Welcome to the first episode of Sweet Tea for the spring semester, where I will be spilling the tea while you sip it. My name is Taylor Newsom, and welcome. So our first story tonight is Steve Avery. Dane Spring is Stephen Avery's lawyer in the Netflix documentary Making a Murderer, and he is doubtful of Avery's innocence. He spoke with CBS this past Friday, and said that he is not convinced of his guilt. I personally am only in the third episode of the show, and I'm in love with it, but you should tweet us your opinion of the case at CU Tigervision. Our next story for tonight is Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee. Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee announced on MLK Day that they will not be attending the upcoming Oscars. The two are sick of the lack of diversity in the nominations and took it to social media to vent, and we have a short video clip of that. Case at CU Tigervision. Our next story for tonight is Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee. Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee announced on MLK Day that they will not be attending the upcoming Oscars. The two are sick of the lack of
Hi, today is Martin Luther King's birthday, and I can't help but ask the question, is it time that people of color recognize how much power, influence that we have amassed, that we no longer need to ask to be invited anywhere? I ask the question, have we now come to a new time and place where we recognize that we can no longer beg for the love, acknowledgement, or respect of any group? That maybe it's time that we recognize that if we love and respect and acknowledge ourselves in the way in which we are asking others to do, that that is the place of true power. I'm simply asking the question. Here's what I believe. The Academy has the right to acknowledge whomever they choose, to invite whomever they choose. And now I think that it's our responsibility now to make the change. Maybe it is time that we pull back our resources and we put them back into our communities, into our programs, and we make programs for ourselves that acknowledge us in ways that we see fit, that are just as good as the so-called mainstream ones. I don't know. Here's what I do. Begging for acknowledgement, or even asking, diminishes dignity and diminishes power. And we are a dignified people, and we are powerful, and let's not forget it. So, let's let the Academy do that with all grace and love, and let's do us differently.
All right, so next up on our list is Miss Columbia. Steve Harvey brought Miss Columbia on her show yesterday and sincerely apologized for the embarrassing mix-up that happened during the crowning of the 2016 Miss Universe. Miss Columbia tried to make light of the situation by saying, "You have to learn how to read cards because it was on the card. You wanted me to win." Steve responded by saying, "Yes, I wanted you to win. I can leave it at that." So I guess all is well between the two now. So Glenn Frey, Eagles founder and guitarist, has died at the age of 67. The band confirmed the tragic news on the website and stated, "It is with heaviest of hearts that we announce the passing of our comrade, Eagles founder Glenn Frey, in New York City on Monday, January 18, 2016. Rest in peace, Mr. Frey." Khloe Kardashian is getting a new show on FYI. Her show will be called Cocktails with Khloe and will premiere on FYI on January 20th. She admitted to E! News that she is a bit scared, but we know you got this, girl. Next in our lineup is Miley and Liam. Are they a thing again? The two rekindled in Australia a couple of weeks ago and have been hanging out ever since. Miley was even seen on her Instagram showing off her previous engagement ring. I'm all for Miley and Liam. I love them two together. So Tori Spelling is being sued by American Express for failing to pay $38,000 in debt. American Express is asking Spelling to pay the full $38,000 plus interest. This may come as a blow for Spelling because we all know about her struggle with Dean and their marriage, so I'm rooting for her. Tyra Banks' daytime show Fab Life has been canceled after only one season. ABC picked it up but decided to drop it after its first season. But on a brighter note, Tyra is currently in the works of making Life Size 2. Bobby Christina Brown's nurse has been charged with nursing without a license. The nurse was also charged with financial identity fraud and having false identification documents. Bobby Christina passed away a year ago on the 31st. She was only 22 years old. Caitlyn Jenner is writing a memoir. Her book will be a tell-all tale about her journey transitioning and will hopefully be released in spring 2017. Congrats, Kate. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Teylor Nicole, TeylorNichole. And you can check me out on Spilling the Tea next Wednesday at 7:30. Good night, y'all.